Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna do a classic rock reaction. Now, this is a Patreon exclusive, man, and this is going to be a live rendition of Ted Nugent's Stranglehold. I've done a reaction to Ted's studio version, so it'll be very, very interesting to see the man up close and see how he performs, and some of those little personal nuances of a live performance that you don't get from, of course, the studio. So first off, man, before I kick it off, I want to thank you very much to my patron Scott Lewis. Scott, thank you very much, man. Thanks for the suggestion. Thanks for the link as well. I know that this was, I believe, uploaded in 2017, but I don't have any information as to where this performance took place. But I'm looking forward to it, man. Ted Nugent is one of those polarizing kind of personalities that just seems to attract. So I imagine that this performance is going to be really bang on. So let's check it out, man. Ted Nugent, Stranglehold. The Motor City Madman. Let's get it.
I'm gonna bring the number one guitar lick in the world right now. I'm gonna bring the number one guitar lick in the world right now. Hear my ears, cause this will cleanse my soul. You like the number one guitar lick in the world, don't you? It's all mine, baby. It goes like this. Hit me!
I can tell I'm going to enjoy the hell out of this. It's the original singer. I can tell by the voice. Good energy, good cohesion in their jamming. Is it all the original musicians back together again? Let me know, man. I don't know. They look like they're all around the same age, though. Oh, brother, you got skills, man. You talk about a charismatic SOP. Excellent. What a jam. Doesn't this put you on that long road trip on a chopper?
Low. Some people think they're gonna die someday. I got news, you never want to know.
Right on, right on. You can tell that it's their musicianship, their love for the music that keeps them young like this. Especially Ted. Yo. That deserves an applause, bro. Excellent. Oh, you're not done. Freedom.
God bless the spirit, baby. Gary J. Hole, Big Brown, Greg Smith, the Nigerian Rebels, man, your battle station. God bless Pennsylvania. God bless America. God bless the spirit. God bless HD-Net blood brothers across the world.
Pennsylvania. Very patriotic gent. Oh, brother. I'll give you another applause. The first one was premature. All right. Hey, man, fantastic. I love that end. Freedom. He's happy to be living in a country, in a democracy, in a civilized part of the world where he's free to express himself. He's safe to be who he wants to be, and he can indulge in the things that he loves to do the most. So he's showing his gratitude and his appreciation. Fantastic. That was excellent, man. That was excellent. So, Ted Nugent, man. This is the first time I've ever seen a live Ted Nugent a performance. And it's exactly as I envisioned it. It's exactly as I saw it in my mind's eye playing out. The feelings I would get, the performance element, his antics. It's exactly what I expected, but a little bit more. He looks really, really good. I don't know how old Ted is, and the rest of the guys, especially Ted, looks really good, looks fit. You can tell that he's got good energy, he's got a good vibe, and he's just loving himself, loving life, man. That's excellent. Really, really good. It all comes out in his playing, in his the way he manifests his movements and everything. Fantastic performance, man. So it was in Pennsylvania then. That's what I got. Might have been 2016 or 2017 in Pennsylvania. Fantastic, fantastic, man. That song, that riff, it just takes you on a long ass road trip, man. It takes you on that, puts you in that chopper, puts you in that really nice convertible. You got no cares in the world and you're just going. The song, the groove, the riff, it's like that nice, long, winding river taking its time to get to the ocean. That's how I see this song. That's the vibe I get. Fantastic. All right, man. Scott, thanks for sending me this link, brother. That's excellent. Really good, nice and clear. Vocals were excellent. Everything in this was excellent. And these guys, even though they're a little older, they still haven't lost that really awesome love for the music and for the jam. I love seeing that. The crowd response was great. All right, man. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a quick read to introduce the man and the band, and then just a little bit of info on the song itself. I probably won't read as much info as I did in the original reaction to the studio version, which, like I said, I'm going to post in the description below so you guys can check that out and have a variance to compare. It was one of my first reactions way back in the day, so I was still trying to make out what I was actually doing. So let's do a quick read here, man. Introduce the man and then go from there. Ted Nugent. Theodore Anthony Nugent is an American singer-songwriter and guitarist. Nugent originally gained fame as the lead guitarist of the Amboy Dukes, a band formed in 1963 that played psychedelic rock and hard rock. After playing with the Amboy Dukes, he embarked on a solo career. Nugent signed with Epic Records. Derek St. Holmes was guitar and vocals, Rod Grange on bass, and Clifford Davies on drums were the primary band members for his 1970 multi-platinum albums. They were Ted Nugent, Free for All, Cat Scratch Fever. These albums produced the popular radio anthems of Hey Baby, Stranglehold, Dog Eat Dog, and Cat Scratch Fever. And it's just kind of going into a medley of his career, kind of like a resume. So I'll just do a quick little read on it a little bit here. And forgive the background noise. My neighbors are up early. What is it? 5 o'clock in the morning, and they're up doing all kinds of damn banging around. Anyway, Damn Yankees. During the period of 82 to 89, Nugent released a series of successful solo albums. In 89, he joined the supergroup Damn Yankees. Damn Yankees was a hit, going double platinum in the US thanks to the hit power ballad High Enough. And then he returned to a solo career. Returning to a solo career, Nugent released Spirit of the Wild in '95, his best reviewed album in quite some time. A series of archival releases also came out in the 1990s, keeping Nugent's name in the national consciousness. He also began hosting a radio show in Detroit and took ownership in several hunting-related businesses. He created TV shows for several networks. In 2006, Ted was voted into the Michigan Rock and Roll Legends Hall of Fame. Yeah, and that's another thing, man, you know. A guy like this has been around so long and he's given so much to music. You should definitely be in the Hall of Fame, sir. Absolutely, for sure. I'm not going to get too political here because I know it's a sore point, and sometimes I irritate a few people when I make comments about the Hall of Fame and what they're doing and how politically structured they are. And you know, it's basically all I'm going to say is that it's criminal that you are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to move on. So let's read about Stranglehold itself. Stranglehold is a single and first track from Ted Nugent's self-titled 1975 album. The vocals are by Derek St. Holmes. However, the Sometimes You Want to Get Higher verse is sung by Nugent. Stranglehold, a guitar-driven track, over 8 minutes long, set the stage for Nugent's career. Its guitar solo having been recorded in a single take. I used delays to create this really wild guitar duet with Ted, said producer Tom Werman. It was like two guys were playing. I sent it off to Ted for his approval. He called me up and said, quote, "I love what you did with Stranglehold. But don't ever do that again without asking me." Unquote. Public reception. Stranglehold has been ranked 31st greatest guitar solo of all time by Guitar World. Usage in media. It has been featured in numerous Hollywood films as well as television shows. It is the theme song for the popular sports talk show, The G-Bag Nation. Stranglehold is a playable track in Guitar Hero World Tour. And it just goes on to list a whole bunch of usage in media and popular culture and all kinds of things in here, from NASCAR to entrance music for wrestling superstars. It's been used a lot, man. Yeah. So, additional song facts. On the TV series Sound of the Time, Nugent explained, the song is not only sensual and sexual, but lyrically, it is a song of defiance. Every record label passed on Ted Nugent. Here I come again now, baby. You know I'm here to stay. Got you in a stranglehold, baby. You best get out of the way. That is to the industry. This is the music people love. I'm playing 300 concerts a year, and people are foaming at the mouth. The energy at my concerts was unprecedented and remains unprecedented. So some dirtbag at a desk in New York City is going to say that my music isn't relative? Come on the road with me a couple hundred nights and see the relative. Watch the girls dance. That's relative, you dirtbag. So it was a song of defiance. And that was a quote from Ted himself. Yeah, nice. Oh yes, and so some more personal notes about this. According to Ted, he's heard from many in the military who have a connection to this song. When they go to battle, they play Stranglehold. Is there a more powerful connection to the most important people in the world who will go into a firefight for our freedom listening to my song? And that's a quote from Ted. Excellent. His nickname is the Motor City Madman. The Motor City part is because he's from Detroit, and the Madman comes from his extreme behavior, especially on stage. Nugent takes pride in playing on the edge, meaning he puts all of his energy into his performances. He claims that he passed out on stage on several occasions from hyperventilating and screaming too hard. A relentless live performer, by 2009, he had played over 6,000 concerts, spending a great deal of time wearing only a loincloth on stage. Nugent never did drugs or drank heavily. He says his addiction were women. All right, man. That is Wikipedia song fact info of the man, the band, and this excellent, excellent song. Say whatever you want to say about Ted Nugent. His stand, his strong manner of expressions, especially where it comes to his beliefs and his political stance, whatever the hell, I don't care. What I do know and what I do love is how he performs this song and this fantastic vibe and energy that comes from performing this song, not just in the studio, but live. It's still there, and it's still there after all of these years now. I don't know how old Ted is, but let me tell you, he's still got that youthful vibe, that youthful vigor. You know, it reminds me of Mick Jagger. Mick, until his dying day, will always have this youthful vibe about him, and I see the same thing in Ted here. The way he plays that guitar and the way it's like an extension of himself, you know, it's like he's playing his arm in a way. And yeah, fantastic, really, really magnetic personality, man, on stage and off stage. Yeah, so this series, this exclusive Patreon exclusive club that we're starting, man, I'm so excited about it. I'm really looking forward to doing live performances. And by the way, where Ted is concerned, if there's more live reactions to his, you think that I should check out, let me know, man. Send me the links, you know, and that'll be great. Because we're in our kind of like exclusive bubble, we can play as many songs as we want. We can research things a little bit more, go into more depth, that sort of thing. When it's for the general populace of YouTube and Vimeo, I have to try and kind of stagnate things, stretch things out. I gotta make sure that my Led Zeppelin reactions, for example, aren't like back to back and that sort of thing. I have to mix things up. But in the confines of our exclusive Patreon club, we can basically just do pretty much whatever we want, really. You know what I mean? So there's a lot more freedom in regards to things. I don't have to watch how long the reaction factor is to a live performance. You know what I mean? And I can imagine us sitting and just going through the whole concert, for example. So I'm not limiting myself to that. Time will limit what I do. But I'm making the time to make sure that there is some time every single week etched out for live performances for the Patreon exclusive. Man, let me just scroll down here, make sure I'm not missing any notes before I bounce. Yeah, basically it was just a thanks very much again to Scott. Thank you very much for the recommendation and the link. This was excellent. And yeah, I definitely plan on doing more reactions. I know that where it comes to the Patreon exclusive, on the calendar already with live performances, I've got the Grateful Dead. I've got Pink Floyd live at, I can't remember again, but I've got Pink Floyd. I've got a couple of Zeppelins from the song Remains the Same coming up on the calendar, and that's as far as it goes so far. There's more, but that's as far as my memory extends. It only goes into the next week or two. But anyway, man, this was my reaction to an excellent jam, excellent song, great performer, and definitely send me more links and suggestions for Ted and anyone else that works within what we're trying to do here with our exclusive club. So thanks for joining me, man. Have yourselves a good day, and I'll catch you in my next Patreon exclusive. Peace out.